Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video we are starting a new series. This series we're going to be starting on Midwest Horizons is going to be a big time operator series. So first thing we're going to do is I've got this huge field that does not have a crop in it, and I also have this field that does not have a crop in it. So yeah, and also I have one field over there that needs to be tilled up to prepare it for planting. So it's day 1 of April right now, I think, and I need to get all my fields tilled up and everything and get everything ready for planting and seeding, whatever I'm going to do. So hook up this sunflower disc to this John Deere. If I'm not mistaken, this is my most high horsepower tractor. And okay, yep, we got everything hooked up. Now I'm gonna get up in here, turn it on, make sure everything's good. Okay, everything is good. So what we need to do is, we had a wheat field that's obviously been harvested, so I guess you could say wheat stubbles are still out in the field. So we need to go disc or plow those up, whichever term you prefer. We need to go do that to prepare it for planting. So if you guys see that small little dairy cow barn over there, that's also mine. We're doing, not only are we doing cash crop farming, we're also going to be doing farming with some dairy cows. So yeah, hold on, I'm going to get everything unfolded and checked over, and I will see y'all in a second. Alright everybody, I got everything looked over. We're going to start discing the field here. Let me get over a little bit so the disc is in the, okay, about right here is where I need to keep it. So this was a wheat field. We originally had wheat in it, but it's been harvested. So now we got to disc it up and prepare it for planting, because it is early spring right now, and I really do not want to be late on planting. I want to get my crop in by, I guess you could say, mid-fall's probably a good time. So like October, I want to get my crop in by then. I don't want to be too early and get my crop in, because you know, if you're too early and there's not many people that have gotten their crop in, the crop probably won't sell for a good price, because you know, no one's sold yet because you was a bit too early. So don't want to be too late, don't want to be too early. So around October is when I want all of my crops. So I'm thinking that cornfield, that field over there, soybeans, and I'm thinking this field probably corn, maybe, I don't know. But next year we'll have to do soybeans, and yeah, next year in that field we'll have to do soybeans, and in that field we'll probably do corn, and in this field we'll have to do soybeans. So I'm gonna get this first row done, and I'm gonna continue working, and I will catch y'all in a little bit. Alright everybody, I got our second row done. This will be our third row that I'm working on right now. So I've already got a decent amount of work done. One thing I love about this disc is that it smooths the field. It smooths the fields out, so it's really smooth, so it's not all rough and stuff. So I really love that about this sunflower disc. In case you're wondering what's a good disc, I would definitely recommend buying this sunflower disc. I believe I bought this sunflower disc. They had it, a guy traded this sunflower disc in for a John Deere one, so I got this at the John Deere dealership. It was a trade-in, so it's a used one, but I don't really care if it's used, because it fits my needs just fine. Like, this is the best disc I could have ever asked for. I used to have a John Deere disc, but that one plowed a bit too deep, and it also was not as smooth as this, and it took just way too much horsepower, and it was a bit too small for what I need to get the amount of acreage done that we're running. So yeah, we've got a busy spring ahead of us. We've got to disc this up, got to get our 3 or 4 fields we have to our name all planted, and then we have to cut grass for the cows because they're dairy cows. So if we feed them, they'll produce milk, and we can go sell that milk and stuff. So yeah, there's just a lot to do in the spring, but hopefully with the amount of tractors and the amount of decent sized equipment, we'll get her done fairly quickly. So yeah, I think we have decent size equipment to get the job done. Like just about every single tractor I own could run this disc, but I just chose this because it has its duals and it has 4-wheel drive. I'm sure the 8R could have easily pulled this, but that's a 4-wheel drive row crop, so not really what I was looking for. I was looking for something that's a bit more high horse, and this tractor right here fits my needs just fine. Also, this sunflower, it discs or plows, whatever you want to call it, about 3.5 inches deep, so that's right where we need it to plant corn in, so that's good. It wasn't too expensive, mostly because that was this is a used one. I'm sure the newer sunflower models and new ones are a whole lot expensive, but this one wasn't too expensive because, like I said, it was a trade-in. But anyways, I'm going to continue working, guys, get a few more rows done, and I will talk to y'all when I have that done. Alright, everybody, I believe I'm on my 4th or 5th row already. Like this sunflower, it's great. Like, this is only like my 4th or 5th pass I've done on this field, and look how much we have disced up already. So yeah, this is great size for what I'm running. One thing I am kind of worried about is that field over there. After I harvest it, I'm kind of worried. I'm sure the sunflower disc will do fine. It's just with the amount of acres that field is, I'm a little bit worried, but not too worried. So I'm a little bit worried because that's a big acreage field, but sunflower disc should handle it. I'm not seeing too many rocks in this field, which is a good thing. Because rocks, they will put one heck of a beating on your equipment, especially planters. Because, you know, down where the part where the seed comes out, they're not fragile, but a couple big rocks can easily tear them to pieces. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is right here, but I think we might have a neighbor moving in or something, because they've done like the patio and stuff for it. So maybe we'll have a neighbor moving in. I mean, no offense to the new neighbor that's moving in, but honestly, I hope we don't have a new neighbor, because I kind of have to turn in his yard a little bit just to get this field done. I mean, if I do a headland, I don't have to, but I didn't do a headland, so I have to. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about possibly having a new neighbor, because then I can't use his yard as a little bit of space to turn around. So I'd say we're about 2-3 more passes, we're about halfway done with this field, something like that. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of work done on this field. So yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping this field isn't full of rocks. Like, one year it's not full of rocks, but then the next year it's full of rocks. Hopefully this field just stays the same, no rocks, nothing. But then again, the Midwest is known for tons and tons of rocks, so I can't promise you that. I can only hope, but I can't promise you that, because this is the Rocky State after all, so 100% can't promise you that. But looks like seeing a lot of crows out here in this field, so that's bad luck, because that means I didn't have the distributor on the combine set right, which means that whenever the straw or whatever you're doing that comes out of the distributor at the back, that means it slung out a lot of wheat seeds, so that is bad for me. That means last year's harvest was horrible. Usually the John Deere combine does a good job at telling me if I'm putting out too much or putting out very little and all that, but I don't remember it saying anything, so maybe I need to go get that checked out at the dealership. I mean, I thought it would tell me I have like a Green Star 6000 on that or something. So that's like one of the most modern top-notch technology, especially on John Deere. So maybe we need to go get that looked at. But I'm gonna disc this little part up so we have a little space to turn around instead of having to turn around in the middle of the road, and I will catch y'all when I have some more work on this field done. Well, everybody, we got the easy side of the field done. Now we're moving over here to this rough terrain side of the field, and there's all these hills in the field, so the easy part that was mostly flat and all that, easy to disc up and all. Now we're moving over here where there's more hills, more rougher terrain. So yeah, we got the easy side done, so we got a decent amount of work done. So easy side's done. Now we gotta go over here. I don't know if y'all can see, but all those dents in the field, that is hills. So yeah, got the easy side done. Now we're over here at this hard stuff where all these hills are at. Also, right here at these hills, I'm starting to notice a little bit more rocks. So these hills are filled with quite a few rocks, so that's not necessarily too bad. I mean, it can be bad, but not necessarily too bad. So yeah, shouldn't hurt us too much. Plus, the rocks that are coming out of the hill are just small little, little patches of them, just every now and then, here and there is a more correct term to say. Not just, the whole hill's filled with rocks. So they're just little patches of rocks you see every now and then. You don't see them like every 2-3 feet. They're just little patches you see probably every 200-300 feet, which is good. You don't want a lot of rocks. I mean, it's okay to have rocks in your field, just not a lot of them, because the fragile pieces on your equipment, those rocks will put a beating to. So yeah, and like I said, we got a lot of crows in this field. They're probably eating the wheat seeds that the distributor put out after we harvested this wheat last year, or last harvest season, however you want to say it. But I think I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go over there and, like, you see that little grass patch, I'm gonna split it down the middle so we have this big piece and then we have that small chunk on the other side of that patch of grass to do. So yeah, the 9230, which is a tractor I'm running, it's hardly dirty at all. I mean, the sunflower disc, it's been in the dirt. Of course it's going to be dirty, but the tractor, it's mostly clean. Plus, if the tractor does get dirty, we'll just get the power washer and wash it off. So yeah, just wash it off if it gets dirty. I'm one of those guys that likes having nice shiny equipment. Like I like my equipment looking shiny, like they were just bought straight off the production line. So I'm gonna continue disking up this field here, and I will catch y'all in a little bit. Oh golly, right here where I'm plowing, I still gotta go get that back there, but yeah, right here where I'm disking up to separate the fields into two to make it a bit easier, there's just hills everywhere. Like, this is, like, golly, this is rough as everything. I mean, it's not like rough, but, It's a little bit rough. So there's just a lot of hills, like, you know, as y'all just saw probably how the tractor went down. That was because of a big hill. So y'all see right there, that's a huge hill. That could be bad. The 8R possibly might struggle pulling our big planter up that hill. And the hill is kind of at a slight angle, so we might not get no crop on that hill. So that's something I'm kind of worried about. But for the most part, we should be fine. I'm just separating the fields into two. Right here, as you can see, is where I ran over the wheat stubbles. I like to call them stubbles. That's just how I say it. I just call them wheat stubbles. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called anyway, but if it's not, it's what I call them. I just call them wheat stubbles, so yeah. But I'm going to go back over here where we was originally disking, line her up, set her down, and get back to disking. We've missed a little bit of these wheat stubbles down there towards where the dairy farm's at, but should be alright. So yeah, there's a little piece we gotta go get, and then right here. So yeah, I separated the field into two. As you can see, if you look to my right, that is what I disked up. It's just, I like separating the fields into two. It's just easy. So, you know, I'm over here disking, and I have that. I can kind of use that as a marker. So, you know, I'm over here disking, and then I look, okay, that's how much I need to disc up before I can get over there and finish up the field. So, not only is it helpful and makes your farming career a whole lot easy, but it also kind of gives yourself a reminder. So, yeah, it's definitely good. So, today's video, disc this field up. I won't disc the whole field up, but I'll disc a good amount of it. And then the next video, planting. Probably the next video, planting again. And then the next video, seeding. And then after I got all my crops in, we'll probably be more focused on cutting hay and tending to our cows. So, yeah. Right now the cows have a few round bales left, have about 15-20 of them left. I've got like 12 dairy cows or something, so they eat quite a bit. Right there is those little stubbles I missed that I have to go back and get. So yeah, they'll eat that up pretty quickly, but we'll also get some hay pumping out for them very quickly. Plus, I bought some more round bales. Bought like 5 or 6 of them, like 2.5 days ago, I think. So that should give them even more stuff to munch on while I have some time to get planting and all knocked out and get some hay made for them. In case you're wondering, I feed them in round bales. I do not feed them in square bales. I just do not have enough room for like 2,000 square bales because we've got a decent amount of grass fields, and you know, I would have to have so many hay racks for the hay bales to launch onto, because I like putting throwers on the back of my square balers so they throw into a wagon. It only takes one person, and then you unhook it and stuff. So I just do not have room to have 2,000-3,000 square bales laying around. So I'm going to do them in round bales. Round bales will definitely take up much more hay and much more time and all, but I just like round bales better, and they'll be much easier. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, tomorrow's video, or whenever I can get a video out on this series again, we'll be planting that field over there, get the big field knocked out, and then get our much smaller fields, and then get this one, and then we'll tend to our dairy cows. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.